Guys, welcome to Heroes of Histaeria, the Sandsea Saga, our D&D live play brought to you right here on the Delta Cryptid channel. We are back for our next session. We've got our wonderful cast of players, starting with Hannah playing Pim, our gnome bard, Button playing Cress, our sea elf druid. Of course, we've got Max playing Edenor, our Azamar paladin. We've got Nigel playing Luna, our high elf bat blade singer, and of course the man himself, we've got Alejandro. I'm not going to do the rest of your name, I'm so sorry, man. We got Ollie here, and he's playing Lycus, which you probably will recognize that name. All right, so you guys ready to jump in?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. At our last meeting, our heroes bonded as they awaited the passing of a storm. Cress reunited with their companion, the golden drake named Cuthbert. Pim revealed a relic she had procured from the sea elf city of Zel Edil, and Lycus may well have wandered off into the storm, were it not for a conveniently placed entangle spell. Upon waking, Cress undertook a scouting mission astride their draconic companion, while the rest of the crew continued to cross the storm-tossed dried riverbed of the Corluat. It was not long before you all noticed the tabaxi, named Mellow Knot, being harassed by a pair of bloodhawks. After a quick rescue, it was revealed to you that Mellow is a member of the Wild Hunt's missing crew, and that they managed to escape from the clutches of the prison camp hidden within the cliffs ahead. You learned that the white ape is no mere beast, but is actually being used as a guard for that same camp. After acquiring this information, Pim escorted Mellow back to the cave in which you had all previously taken shelter, and during this time, Luna was given the task of gathering further intelligence by infiltrating the hidden camp. An endeavor that yielded not only some valuable information, but also nearly spelled her end after a close encounter with that highly aggressive ape guardian. And so, we are going to resume still under a sand-filled sky. Luna and Pim are both returning from to the naturally formed shelter where Lycus and Edenor have kind of just made their little brief respite. I do think we talked about maybe retconning a couple things, right? So I think we thought maybe we'll have Cress go back to the original campsite where you would meet up with Pim, and then Cress and Pim will come back together to where Lycus and Edenor have camped out.
Sure.
Okay? Sure. So let's do this scene first. Let's do Edenor, Lycus, and Luna. Is that's the one that chronologically what happened first? Is Luna making her way back to those two? Do you guys have anything you want to do real quick, or how you feeling?
Well, is Luna essentially just stumbling in?
Yeah, Luna's going to just kind of be stumbling in after a while. The two of you settle down for about an hour and change, and then Luna kind of returns. Closer to 2 hours.
Something's up with my audio. You hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yippers.
it's the first time I'm using these headphones and not having the noise canceling on, so I'm just hearing my voice out loud. Okay, Luna's coming in. Her hair is, disheveled, which isn't the norm. Got some blood on her shoulder, but she's trying to keep a strong face as she walks in.
I'm gonna immediately comment, well, Luna, so much for stealth, it seems.
When you guys start talking, I think Lycus will wake up from his little nap. He's like, huh?
Just go back to sleep, Lycus. I'll handle this.
He agrees, and he leans up against your shoulder.
Oh.
Well, Luna, I cannot move right now, so you're gonna have to come over to me so I can give you some attention.
I'll go to
Limp over.
yeah. Over. I'm gonna sit down. I'm pretty much gonna start a short rest at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use, let's see, you guys are level 4 now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So you have 4 hit dice that you can use to heal yourself. As a wizard, what are you, D6? Something?
Yes, one of the lowest, the lowest amount for health. So I'll begin explaining.
Mm-hmm.
That giant white ape. going to be pretty strong. It has 4 arms, and it also bites. So
I see.
who's ever going to be frontlining along with me, better be careful. Although I do think we do have a metal ball that could be able to capture this.
Ah, this one? I just produce it. You seem to have a pretty good throw. I imagine I'll be the one initially distracting it, and then you can sneak up and throw this at it, because I believe I'm a little more built than you. Good old Luna.
You don't have to believe it. You can see it.
Believe it. And then I hand over the exact name of it, but the Iron Man's a binding.
I think, yeah, I would love to call it just a Pokeball. So it's going to turn into right now.
Let's do it.
Gotta catch them all. So aside from that, what else did you find, or did you get hung up there?
So here's the thing. We're going to have to climb 250 feet to get to the entrance to where the ape is. And then through there's another cave that leads into the enemy stronghold.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. While you guys are strategizing, let's just get Pim and Cress, right? Cress, you have made your way with Cuthbert and Shortjaw in tow. And you guys have crossed a significant portion, just kind of going at a pretty high pace. We did roll Shortjaw's exhaustions, and he's doing pretty well. The 3 of you make it pretty much, you're close to where the camp is, where you left your friends, when you see Pim just somewhat ahead. So you catch Pim en route.
They will swoop down. Pim, as you're waving upwards, you see also running toward you a Hadrosaurus. Kind of small. He's friendly. They will swoop down with Cuthbert and land beside her. Are you all right? Why are you alone?
I'm fine. Who's this? And I point to Shortjaw.
It's a Shortjaw. You'll see that he is wearing the oh god, what is it called? Stuff.
Bridle
Thing.
of
Thank
capture.
you. He's wearing the bridle that Anatole gave Chris.
Cool.
So he and I are talking. Shortjaw, this is Pim. She's friendly.
Hi, Shortjaw. How big is he?
He's about the size of a horse.
Oh.
But again, these guys get a good bit bigger still. So his head is roughly the size of a horse's. You can see he's got this kind of like long, very heavy scale, heavy bone protruding thing with like a fin. He's kind of greenish and brownish in color, and he kind of looks at you and kind of just blinks twice. He kind of sniffs.
I blink twice back at him.
Turns to Cress,
wow.
and Cress, you hear, I like this one.
So do I. We're gonna keep her safe, all right? And she'll keep you safe. They'll fill. Well, I have a lot to tell everybody. I think we should get back, and they'll point
Me
toward the
too.
cave where they think everyone is.
Yeah, come on. I'll show you where we're meeting up.
Oh, all right. Is it close? Should we fly? Do you wanna?
Flying would be faster. Yeah, it's not too far, but
Alrighty. They'll help Pim up into the side saddle.
hop in. Yeah.
And then just telepathically communicate to Shortjaw. Same as ever. We're just going steady. If you see anything, you hide or you run. I trust your judgment.
Kind of hops excitedly, and you get the sense this is the first time, Shortjaw's been on this kind of adventure, and he's very enthusiastic. He's like, yeah, I got it. Where are we going?
I don't know. You'll follow us. And
While we're flying, I just want to ask Cress, where did you find him?
that's something I'd like to tell everybody, but in the north,
Okay.
it's bad.
Oh. Okay.
A roller coaster of okays.
Yeah.
Well, let's just get to the others then, and then we can debrief, yeah?
Right. Did you find a better place to stay? Is that why everybody moved?
Well, we're trying to start our little meetup a little bit closer to where we want to be, and then the plan is to get to rescue our friends, the crew, and then get back to the cave where we just dropped Mello off.
Oh, you found him.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's a lot to
Right.
catch you up on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all we know is that they're in this cave and they're in these crazy lightning cages, and we have to get them out of those lightning cages. And there's some yuan tea and and something else humanoid-ish that's guarding them. And beyond that, we'll tell you the rest when we get everyone together.
All right.
And, in roughly the time, on Cuthbert, this is going to be a pretty quick journey. Edenor, Lycus, you're taking a nap. Edenor and Luna are busy, drawing in the sand or something, I'm assuming. I don't know how you're planning your thing. But just, in short order, you see a shadow overhead. You hear the flapping of wings. And looking up, you see Golden Drake circling in to land. Shortjaw's coming with, right?
Mhm.
So, and then on the horizon, you see there's this little dust cloud, and then as it gets closer, you see the silhouette turn into the shape of a hadrosaur, a dinosaur, kind of like previously described, big crest on the head, very short arms, but fast.
They'll land. He's friendly. They'll point at the little dust cloud.
I'm glad you mentioned so, because I was getting concerned.
Yeah, I found him to the north. We have a lot to talk about. I just threw my keyboard.
Yes, it seems we do. And
Another one.
You seem to be collecting friends.
This is very par for the course. You will
do
learn.
that.
Fair enough. How is at this point? How much time has elapsed? Is Luna hit their
Yeah,
health
Luna
back from
would
a
have
short rest?
Luna would have
Luna
hit a
are-
short rest. Yeah.
Do an arcane recovery as well, just to make sure that's allowed.
Okay.
Because
Major
I wasn't
armors popped.
here, I want to make sure. Are we doing a long rest so that Lycus isn't as exhausted?
No, Luna's adventure took about an hour or more and change, and then with the short rest, I should be up and good.
I don't
that
think
was
you
only
can
sh-
No, you
recover
don't
exhaustion
recover
from
exhaustion
short
on a
rest.
short rest. You can only
No.
recover exhaustion on
On
a
a
long
long
rest.
rest.
That's
Lycus
why
is
I'm
thinking
asking.
that
Is that what's happening?
It adds up.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. I don't care.
It doesn't stack, so unfortunately, that's what we
Yeah.
learned in our
So you have two
campaign
levels of
diaries.
exhaustion?
Yeah, I'm just a little
Apparently
slower.
Do we?
Over it.
All right. We'll RP it
Okay,
when they find that
moving
out.
on.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
back in.
All right. So you found them. I missed that part.
Yeah, Luna, what did you see? What is it like in there?
Well, in that direction, there is a 200 to 200 foot climb to get to the cave where the giant white ape is resting. Which I should mention, does have 4 arms and bites.
Luna experienced it firsthand, it seems.
Firsthand. Yep, that's why I need a
got
short
bit?
rest here. Yeah, I was able to avoid the arms, but I did not see the mouth incoming,
Sorry.
unfortunately.
Does she look
Did-
healed up to full?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was going to ask. Are you pretty much healed
Yeah,
up to full, or no?
I should be.
You
I'm,
roll
I'm
your-
down. I'm down 6, and I rolled 2d6 plus 4, so I have
yeah.
to be full.
Okay,
Oh.
then yes, you're good.
Oh, you're full.
So we have 2 situations right now. We have this giant ape that is right outside the cave entrance to where the enemy stronghold is. I would put forth that we try and handle this white ape with as little battle as possible, considering that the cave is right there. The only way I could think of doing this is with our iron. What's the name of that item again? Iron
The
wall.
iron
Pokeball.
bands of binding.
Pokeball.
They're just Pokeball? Okay, rewind.
Yes.
With the Pokeball.
That's a really good idea. I like that.
So just to be clear, inside the cave are the rest of Hammond's crew.
That is they are either, okay. When I went into the second, so there's the cave of the white ape, and then further in, there's another entrance that leads to a larger opening that has 3 cages as described by Mel, which is an escaped Hammond's crew member.
Did you see
Yeah,
a lot of
Mellow-
enemies?
Mello said, "Oh, go ahead."
I counted 3, including one with the description that Mello described as the who has some sort of control over the white ape.
A person with control over the white ape?
Yes, I believe he was also a Kalishtar as well.
All right.
Red rose tattoos?
Right, I can describe in detail how.
Yeah.
That's Tolode, I think. Mallow told me that Tolode is sort of like a tall, thin, human-like kind of person, but with a little different, like with pale purple skin and red rose tattoos. Does that sound like him?
Yes.
The purple skin part out of game. Purple skin part is new, but yes, all the tattoos.
Purple. It was hard to see with the firelight because there's like an orange glow on there, so skin could have looked kind of any color.
Okay, that's Tolode. Tolode is the one who was kind of working with the prisoners the most. And Mello said that he sleeps in a tent near those lightning cages.
So it sounds like our main targets should be Tolode.
Well,
If we-
there's one other that might be a bigger, badder. There's someone named Akash who apparently was pretty mysterious and wore a red robe. And Mallow didn't get a good look at their features, but saw the coiled serpent pendant around their neck. So these folks are definitely Cabal.
A cabal, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And Akash only came about when they were taking, remember Mallow said they were taking people, this is new to you, Cress, they were taking prisoners up to the temple, which is also in these caves. Don't know what they were doing. Mallow didn't know, but Akash would appear to kind of escort them up to the temple steps, and then they would just disappear.
And this is one of the main reasons where short rest is doable, but I don't think we can do a long rest.
Yeah, Mallow said they take people every so often. Let me think. It's hard to tell, but there were 2 in the time that they were in there. There were 2 prisoners taken up to the temple.
and it's only been a few days.
Yeah, I think they were imprisoned for no more than a day or so, and then Mello was going to be the 3rd, but this
Mellow's not sure how long they were imprisoned for.
Okay.
Because they were
It's hard to
captured in
tell time.
definitely over a day.
Definitely over a day. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but we know that
So-
they've not been missing for more than a week from Hammond. So it's a pretty
It's like
short
a
window.
Yeah, exactly. So Mello was going to be the 3rd that they were going to take up to this temple, but then the undead started attacking. And okay, there's a chasm. Do you remember seeing like a chasm in the cave? Because Mello said that the undead were coming out of this giant chasm that kind of like divided the camp in 2 parts. Have you ever seen that, Luna?
If I go,
Wouldn't that be
Based
the
on the-
drop down?
That would be,
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
it was like a bridge.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm picturing. There could have been, yes.
So undead attacked and disrupted a ritual
Correct. And that's how Mello escaped, because the guards were like, oh, fuck this. I got to take care of the undead. And so they let
Right.
go of her.
That
So
seems like a big deal.
So
Right.
there's undead, there's cult members, there's a big monkey, and some magic motherfucker.
Correct. In terms of,
Awesome.
I have a lot more info. So in terms of like numbers of guards, there's 2 guards who guard the prisoners, and they trade shifts every like 3 hours or so. And Mello thinks that maybe there's somewhere between 10 and 20 total, including Akash and Talode.
Do they speak some sort of variant Draconic?
Yes, they do. How
All
did you
right,
know
we
that?
have a problem because how many miles is a hex, David?
6 miles.
All right,
Roughly.
about 18 miles away, 20 give or take, northwest. There is another encampment,
Oh shit.
and it's quite big. And they have these things that the dinosaurs called cold beasts. They're supposed to be very fast. I caught a glimpse of one. It was funny. It had these like round legs on the front and back, 4 of them, quadrupedal, and metallic. It almost looked like there was like seating in them, almost like a camel, but more equipped for a person. They've never seen a car before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard, right?
I'm trying.
What blasphemy is this, Chris?
Oh, because we were on the ship for a while, is there any chance that our snake buds had something similar, since they have equally
Yeah, they
technologically
got a
advanced?
deployable Land
They had-
Rover.
Let's see. Hang on.
Like a warthog?
Yes.
Okay.
They had the mongoose, more like a quad.
Oh my god.
They had like a quad bike.
God, those things flip all the time.
They're so hard.
Not safe. Wow. Okay. Well,
Keep in mind, though, like, yes, that distance is 18 miles. Yeah, but that is within, like, you could make that in a day if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So just,
I don't know if
Making
we
sure.
want to.
I don't know if you want to. I'm just making
But,
sure.
yeah. I mean, I
Is-
did.
You did, yeah.
maybe I think we. Do you have any reason to believe that's like an impending threat on this mission that we're trying to accomplish today? Or is it something maybe we address afterwards?
I imagine it could look like reinforcements, but that
Okay.
doesn't mean we don't do what we need to do. It means we go fast.
Right.
Well,
Got it.
What if we take this base? There's roughly 20 of them maximum is our estimations, right?
We don't know if there are more at the temple. I assume if one person's coming from the temple, there's more than one there.
Yes, but they're 18 miles away, right?
I don't think the
So-
temple's 18 miles away. I think the temple that they're taking people to, it sounds like, is around here, unless I'm mistaken.
The temple is in the cave system.
Right.
So
You
it's
guys
only
like to
like
move to the-
20 feet. It's
You want to move
Mel
to the
said it's
region
only
map?
it's only 20
Great.
feet from the cages, actually. So it's very close.
Okay. So the
Yes,
estimated
here's the
20, the estimated 20 people included did not include people from possibly in the temple. Is that what we're saying?
Correct. Mello had no idea what was in the temple because it was out of view and out of earshot.
Okay.
So, but there's a couple more important pieces of information here. Hold on.
Those two
So-
E's are the entrances, the 2 camps that you found.
Okay. So, problem, they have firearms. So they have pretty strong ranged weapons. And
camp?
in the camp, yes, the Yuan-Ti are armed with firearms. And the hooded figure, Akash, or is it Akash or no, Talode. Talode has some kind of psychic ability. Apparently he can make you see horrific visions that aren't real. So just that's that might happen. Let's be aware of that.
As you're explaining this, can I take a pebble or I'll use my hand if we're in the riverbed to try and draw out as best as I can the map of the cave?
Yeah.
So I'll
absolutely.
just have an idea what it looks
Then we
like.
can like reference it.
Yep. Your eidetic memory is just fine. So.
Yeah. Oh, and so okay, so there's 3 lightning cages, right? 2 of them have the crew of the Wild Hunt separated between 2. There's 10 prisoners in there, minus 2, unfortunately, who have been taken to the temple for whatever reason. And then the 3rd cage has other prisoners. It's full of goblins, and I think we can free them and ask them to help fight with us.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Anytime there's oppression, there's chance for liberation, and liberation means more friends.
Right?
Goblins.
So, but
Don't be fucking racist.
Yeah, Edinor.
I have my
Edinor.
I've met some really nice goblins in my day. Not all of them are me.
We've
It's
had
true.
It's
some
also
bad
problematic.
experiences.
It's true.
To be seen.
I can't be a racist.
I
have
opened
goblin
our-
friends.
God.
I have goblin
open-
friends.
We open the cages. Could we do the goblins one last? Compromise.
Jesus.
What?
We'll open all of them, but can we start with the Wild Hunt?
That seems
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. Well, I think that's fair. Yeah.
How do you plan on opening them?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. So all we know about the cages, or all Mallow told me about the cages, is that they're powered by some kind of lightning source, and there's these pipes that connect them and then run somewhere. Mallow didn't see where, but so these pipes are probably drawing energy from somewhere, maybe further in the temple, or
I think if I can get close enough, I can use my astral arms to disconnect or break something without getting in there and, dying with my hands.
Mhm.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
that'd be
Yes.
cool.
Maybe destroy the connection.
Exactly. Just find the one weak point and have at it. But that's only if I don't get seen.
Yeah.
Just in case, I've went into my book and picked out a spell that we call Shatter. Could be useful.
That sounds pretty cool.
Does sound quite shattering.
Right. Is
Break the connection.
Yeah, if we can slice the pipes.
that something you could do without injuring the individuals within the caves?
I mean,
Within the
just do
cages?
it. We could always test it on the goblin cage first.
Edinor, we need to have a fucking conversation. That is not okay.
You're funny, Edinor.
Thank you.
Let's just think for a second though, because there might be a way to do this without hurting anyone. I happen to be pretty good at lying. I've got this spell where I can make myself look totally different, and maybe there's a way to deceive our ways through this. What do you think?
I think knowing who's in charge, we have the chance to, get someone out and put someone in, and we're golden, baby.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, we know that Toledo. That's not the name.
Talode.
That's the one. Thank you, Tim Pim. Tolode's in charge, right? So
Akash is in charge. Talode seemed servient to Akash. But Akash is like nowhere to be seen / mostly in the temple only.
Okay. Well,
Probably
I think
pretty powerful.
I think Talode being the most present and also in charge of the monkey might be our first priority. If we can take him down without anyone noticing too much, and take his place, might be able to get at least try to get the cage open before anyone notices. Maybe even split off into a couple teams, one rescuing and the other trying to distract at most. Edinor and I could make a fuss somewhere else and then dip out when the time comes.
I
I was
wouldn't mind being
thinking-
a distraction either. I do want to point out, though, that it sounds like Talode is capable of very potent magic.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, a lot of those magic-y ones are pretty squishy when it comes to busting their brains in.
Right. The
Uh,
problem is when they can control things that aren't, like
Mhm.
the ape. If he can
Exact-
do
Or
that,
if they get into our minds,
powerful.
like Talode obviously has the ability to infiltrate the minds. And
What if we set something up? So we can use the Pokeball to catch this guy, the monkey thing, right? You're magic-y folks that do things with friends and allies. Would you think that he would know if we got into a fight with a monkey? Do you think he would come to Load?
did they realize it when you
depend.
got into a fight with the monkey, Luna?
At that point, I was just trying to escape,
Oh,
but I couldn't say if I heard any ruckus.
As someone who has access to the Dominate Beast spell through the bridle, would I know about the telepathic link? Like, would it be fair to reason that that would be the case here as well?
Yes, or at least that it's possible for sure.
It seems likely that they can communicate telepathically, especially
Oh, yeah.
if Talode is a Kalishtar.
Talode also has those Bloodhawk things. Remember that we're attacking Mello to begin with?
Mhm.
Yeah, he can communicate telepathically with them too.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry, he controlled the hawks that attacked Mello.
Hello.
which means he
Are
saw.
those dead? Yeah.
Yes.
One of them is.
Only one of
is
them?
not. Yeah.
All right, we do not have the advantage here.
Oh no.
Well, doesn't mean that they know exactly what's coming.
I imagine he knows whatever the hawk saw.
Yes, but we can still set things up in our advantage. There's two entrances, right? Let's take both entrances. Get someone distracts the monkey. We'll get it chained up. The other ones wait for Cowstar to come, and then in one big, all-out attack, don't hold back, take him down. And then we hope for the best. If he's still kicking, keep kicking ourselves until he's dead. I don't really see a whole lot of options when it comes to this particular situation.
Sorry.
My first idea was to try to disguise myself as, I don't know, a Yuan-Ti or maybe another Kalishtar with the same pendant and try to convince them to release the prisoners and tell them that we were trying to escort them to a different place or something like that to avoid expending resources. But if that doesn't work, then yes, we will have no choice.
The only thing I worry about is anything like that would put one of us alone in a situation where if something goes wrong, we're not going to be
We
able to
can
get
have
to
the
you.
others close by, you know? It's a cave. It's pretty easy to hide in the shadows, I think.
I look to
I would
Edenor.
really
I'm not
like to try.
Very hidden.
Yeah.
But
Unless
The three who are good at dexterous things are Lacus, Luna, and Pim. So what if Ednor and I act as a distraction? We can draw the monkey out. We can both rat on Cuthbert. That gives us some distance. We can draw it out even.
I'm not sure from the description that the monkey can leave the cave very easily. I mean, did we see where the monkey can exit it? Luna?
Yeah, so there's a 250-foot climb to where I enter, but if the monkey wanted to, he can follow the riverbed and climb upwards and end up in the same location.
So you can go under and enter the cave from an overhead.
Overhead. So he could go under here and climb up, while I climbed up on the side and went into it.
So we could potentially fly in over there.
Well, so with the monkey, I think our best shot at capturing it is throwing these iron bands at it while it's maybe sleeping or doesn't know we're there. Because it only has one shot to break free of them. And if it doesn't, it's stuck for a day. So we should probably try not to alert the ape that we're there and just chuck them and get it on the first try, hopefully.
And plan B if the Pokeball breaks.
Plan B?
We'll have to fly in and
yeah,
Cress and myself will have to deal with it.
Yep.
Luna, you recall that the ape, the right side of its face was scorched, and its right eye was singed shut, and the burns on the right side of its head looks like it probably damaged its ear as well.
Right, and I'll repeat it to everyone as well that Mello did mention his captain. I think it was the captain firing off some sort of fire.
It was Cassius.
Blinded the right side.
Yeah. So come in. So Luna, you can sneak in again, right? With the bands. You're the most sneaky, I think. And
Lycus, as you are kind of like, watching the planning, right? And you do actually like sigh, kind of getting a little bit bored with the planning. You do spy up overhead, circling, some sort of bird. Cress, with your passive perception, you also are aware of this.
How high?
And you see it kind of circling. It's not moving away or anything, but it is circling directly above you guys.
How high?
How high? It's about, 120 feet.
They just tap Cuthbert and point up, and he yeets up skyward.
Okay. Bird's gonna try to react. Let's roll initiative for Cuthbert and the bird.
Okay. My baby boy has no dex. That's a
Nat
13.
20 on my blood.
Warp, go first.
Can I ask for something real quick? Can I do a dex save or something to try and grab onto Cuthbert's saddle?
As he takes off?
Yeah.
Yes. If Cuthbert would allow it. I don't think Cuthbert would try to oppose it as you try to grab on. So yeah, go for it. Roll an acrobatics check.
Cool. What's my acrobatics? 19.
19.
Wow,
Yeah. Easy.
with disadvantage? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Ability checks are disadvantage.
Or try then.
Oh, never mind.
Also a 19.
Oh, yeah.
All right, nice. Yeah, so Cuthbert, you see the wings just kind of flare out, right? Wind kicks up around all of you. Your drawn map, Luna, just gets a little askewed. And Lycus, you just whip your hand back, grab one of the spines as Cuthbert takes off and kicks off from the ground with these powerful legs, right? The hawk up top. Go ahead and roll initiative as well, Lycus.
Right. Initiatives aren't a thing that are at disadvantage, right?
It is an ability check, actually.
It's an ability check.
It's an ability? All right. 16.
16. What did Cuthbert get again?
13.
13. So you're before Cuthbert. You 3. All right. So as Cuthbert is taking off, the hawk kind of spies, the dragon showing up and takes its movement to fly 60 feet away, and is going to take an action to dash and get another 120 feet away as it's trying to fly away.
Okay.
Okay. Cuthbert's turn, or sorry, Lycus's turn. Yeah.
Can I just ask Cuthbert to get me next to the bird, and then hold my action until he does?
I'm going to tell you right away that he can only dash 80 feet.
You need a ranged weapon. Sorry.
I don't have much in the way of ranges.
I toss my crossbow into the air, 6 feet.
Sorry, no.
They know we're here.
It's too late. I mean, they communicate telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
The moment we do anything to the white ape,
I'm just trying to get rid of its scouts before we're
Yeah.
at
I get
the
it.
place.
It would be helpful still, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a rock?
I don't know if you have too many. I don't think Lycus really has any range stuff.
Pick up
No,
rocks sometimes, right? You look.
I picked up a rock.
You did pick up a rock.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
but-
throw that rock up. That's a good rock.
No, yeah, that was a specifically searched for rock.
Can I can I toss a gold to my Witcher and try to beam this bird in the eye with the fucking gold piece?
You certainly can. That'll be. Are you okay? Are you throwing with power or are you throwing for aim?
That's
Let's go with aim. I want to hit it like
Aim? Okay. So roll me an attack roll and use your dexterity modifier, but don't add your proficiency bonus. So just add 3 to your roll.
okay.
is 120 feet out.
Okay. That's a 12 on the die, so that's 15.
15. Right.
Did I hit a bird?
Hang on to that. Actually, so Cuthbert gets 80 feet of movement, right? Assuming what Cuthbert take is because you're waiting for Cuthbert to get closer.
He's dashing.
He's dashing. Okay, so that means, let's see. Cuthbert has 40 feet. So there's still a
40 feet
difference.
away.
Yeah. Well, plus the initial distance
That's fair.
when Cuthbert
More.
moved up.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do the math on it. Let's just call that an easy 100 feet.
He is not going
80.
straight up though. He's going at the diagonal. To be fair, if we want to
Okay, sure. I'll say-
triangle this.
Sure, I'll say you are 80 feet away.
Okay.
All right. So you're 80 feet away. So this attack is going to be a disadvantage as well because of the
Right.
distance, and it's a coin.
Maybe it's a coin. It's true.
But I will say,
I can send in a message, guys.
Oh, distract it for me.
roll your dice.
Alright. Alright, that's a 14 plus 3, and that's a 11 plus 3, 14 total.
Armor class of 12. You hit. You hit. So roll. So it's a coin. So I'm going to call that a minimum of 1 damage, right? Plus your dexterity of 4,
Mhm.
or with 3. So you get a 4 on the hit.
Cool. I just wanted something that would maybe slow it down or like discombobulate it enough to give us a chance.
Sure.
It
It takes the hit and it's fine, man. Sorry.
doesn't care.
Yeah, it gets you hear and there's a couple of feathers that fall. And you guys can see a couple of red feathers kind of drifting down. You can see that you guys can't see the coin, but you could tell that Lycus did something and it hit it.
Wow, he actually hit it.
But the hawk is continuing to fly away.
Fuck. All right.
And that's true. So I mean, we could continue to turn this out, but it's
too fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
way too fast. So
Let's leave it.
On the way back, as we're coming overhead, I'm just gonna jump off and free fall down.
how high?
I think.
Oh, enjoying your little monk stuff.
Yeah. I
Oh,
can
you have
just.
slow fall now?
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh,
Tuck and roll, baby.
look at that. All right, you guys watch as Lycus. Hang on. Reduce any falling damage you take by 20 feet. Okay.
Just
At
jump
what
off
height
at
do you
20
jump
feet.
off of?
Oh, sorry.
What height do you jump off of?
Reduce it by 20. So I think 40 feet up, because
40 feet up?
maximum would be what I can clear.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would. Okay. So you're 40 feet up. That would be 3d6's worth of damage, which you reduce by 20.
'Cause I think the maximum is 18 at that point. So I.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you take no damage actually. You reduce all
Him
the
is
damage.
like about to pull out a feather and cast Feather Fall, but then she
Even at the
remembers
maximum, yeah,
how
because that would have
cool
been 18 most. So yeah.
Lycus is and just holds it.
You guys watch as Lycus drifts down, his cloak fluttering as he kind
What
of
does
lands.
that cloak look like? Did we ever get it? I don't think we got a description.
No, it's this bright crimson robe with gold lining and epaulets. Along the back, there is, I believe, a design of like a dragon's, like a mix of dragons' heads that come down like snake necks they come down to dragon heads at 5 or 6 different points.
5. So there's one main one on the back, one on each sleeve, and one on the coat, and one on each corner of the coattails.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn.
So that changes things, and I no longer think we have the ability to deceive our way through this.
Well, I mean, if we still kill him first, maybe, because he's the one that knows.
We should target him anyway because
Yes.
he is a very talented caster and we don't want him alive to fuck us.
A caution to load. If we see either of them, those are our main targets.
Mhm.
But we're going to have guards and we're going to have possibly undead. So this is going to be rough, I think. And you, my friend, points to Lycus, are not looking your best right now. I mean, you're
Look,
a great guy, but you look tired, you know?
I'm fine. Okay, I've got plenty of pep in my step, and he gives the most lackluster shadow boxing. I got this.
It's the captain. He can handle this, right, Captain?
With a slap on your
Captain's
back. Hell
got
yeah.
it.
All right, I trust you.
I'll slap Lycus on his back too.
Maybe we should
Lycus-
maybe we should have someone focus on getting to those lightning cages and working on getting them out, and then the rest of us can focus. I mean, obviously, first step is get the ape bound. Assuming we get that done, we move into the larger cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And just let's just try to be as stealthy as possible in the hopes that we maybe have an advantage.
I think we have
Except
to assume
Edenor.
that combat's going to happen.
Yes, we do. But if we can at least not let them know exactly when we're there, perhaps
Shifts noisily
we can
in
have
his
one
armor.
moment of surprise.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Edenor and I think, are going up on Cuthbert. We are the noisiest. We are the worst at sneaking. We will be the vanguard.
And then Luna's gonna go in first, try to get the ape ironed up while it's still kind of asleep. Assuming that works, Pim, me, and at that point, Luna will hide while Ednor and
Crest distract.
Cress. I wanted to say button. I'm sorry.
Okay.
While Ednor and Cress make some ruckus to try and get the attention, so that he comes out ready to fight, and then the three of us jump him and beat him like a schoolyard bully.
All right.
Now, let me just clarify though, because Luna, you said that there's a narrow tunnel going into the actual cave where the prisoners are.
Correct.
So how are Luna and Edenor and how are Cress and Edenor and Cuthbert going to get through there without?
This is the tight one, and then one above where the ape keeps coming
Those
in.
are both going into the ape area, but then there's another tunnel that goes back into the area where the camp is.
Yes, my assumption was that with the ape being restrained, he would come to us.
I guess,
I'm
but we still need
confused.
to get back there and get the prisoners and the rest of the...
Is there an entrance wide enough for Cuthbert to look in and do some damage without going in?
I don't think so.
Where the white ape is.
Yes.
My understanding, yes.
For the ape, yes, but for the camp, no. You know what I mean?
Yes. I think as long as our first step is dealing with the ape. We can't get into the camp until we get past this thing. And right after that is behind the first person in the camp is Toledo. So once we fuck with the ape, we hopefully get his attention. He comes out, and that is, I think we need to pull him into where we have the advantage. Going to there is gonna be a death sentence.
The
But we
danger
still
here is
need
that
to
he
go
can
in.
use- Yeah, he can use the prisoners as leverage.
We still
We
need
don't
to
have
go in
someone
to
in
get
there.
the prisoners out. We're going to have to go in either way. I just don't know if Cuthbert can fit. Luna, do you think Cuthbert can fit? No. So we're doing this without Cuthbert.
I think it's a semi-tight fit.
For phase 2, at least.
For even Edenor. Might be squeeze.
Sorry, excuse me. Cress, I do want to remind you that you summon Cuthbert with your wild companion feature.
I'm aware I have one spell, one wild shape used.
No. So it uses the mechanics of the Find Familiar spell. And the Find Familiar spell does actually give you the ability to bamf.
To snap them out.
Yep.
I do know that. I
Okay.
just don't. They are afraid of doing that, given how hard it was to get him back. I imagine, when we get there, I imagine it will happen, but right now they don't want to.
Okay, fair point.
Okay. So anyway, we know the challenges, we know the dangers. Do we feel ready to go in and do this?
Let's do it.
Always.
Like something has to happen.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
I will mention I could go invisible again to make my way to the cages, knowing that there's.
I think-
distractions
yeah.
going on.
I think you should do that right off the bat to get the ape too. Unless it's
once
sleeping
you
or
trap
something.
the ape, head straight to the cages while you're invisible still.
I would want to save it till after the ape because the moment I attack while in this form, I come out of it.
Okay.
Right.
So
Magic.
let's hope our ape friend is maybe sleeping. And then try to go on the right side so that it doesn't see you.
Okay.
Correct.
So, Cuthbert, Cress, and Edenor. Cress and Edenor, you guys mount up, and Cuthbert, presses down and takes off into the air. All right. Are you guys going to typically just be flying over the party, or are you flying ahead a ways?
I think over.
Over. Okay.
Mhm.
Shortjaw.
Just in case someone. Shortjaw's with the party.
Shortjaw's with the party. Okay. Perfect.
He's
right.
been given specific instructions to protect Pim.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can I ride Shortjaw? Can I get on him?
Shortjaw looks at
Shortjaw.
you and kind of feels your excitement reflected in his own. Kind of bobs his head and scoops you up. So you are on board a juvenile hadrosaur. All right. Lycus and Luna, you guys continue to follow along. Lycus is still exhausted, so this is a slow walk as you guys make your way across.
I'll wolf up so I get a little more movement speed, I think.
Sure.
Or no, I'm a monk. Never mind. It's the same movement speed.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, never mind.
Okay. So you guys are the four of you, Shortjaw, Pim, Lycus, and Luna are making your way across kind of the riverbed. As the parties are kind of going across, the ground team, as you guys are walking along, it's been a bit as you're kind of crossing the 6 miles to kind of where the thing is.
Can I say I'm keeping a lookout for if the ape this tunnel if he's around us, for example?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Can we also have eyes scanning? Because that's why
Yes.
we haven't gone ahead of them.
Yep, absolutely. So you two will take your perception checks at advantage.
Ooh.
Edenor, Cuthbert, and Cress.
Mine was shit. Mine was bad. It was a 6.
There's just a gust of sand that kind of picks up right when you're starting to look around and kind of forces you to kind of keep your eyes shut.
16.
16. Edenor, what'd you get?
I got 13.
13. Okay. You get kind of caught by that same gust of sand. Cress, though. And actually, can I get Pim and Lycus as well?
Oh.
Just because you two are on the floor. Lycus at disadvantage because exhausted.
All right.
18.
18. Okay.
16.
16. You do see it as well, though. Cress, Pim, and Lycus, the three of you notice up ahead on the route you're taking, you see a flash of red, and then you see landing on a branch is a bloodhawk, and it is just kind of lightly flapping its wings and cocking its head as it's just perched on the branch, awaiting. It lands directly in the path of the three of you, and it just waits there for your approach.
I immediately start casting Speak with Animals, knowing that this will probably take less than 10 minutes, but still, like, I'm not wasting this fucking spell if we're gonna fight. Just
Sure.
like furiously, their Speak with Animals is the song I've ever heard. So Edenor, you just hear a little bit of like chirping and then a little bit of like growling as they are like, one moment now.
All right, perfect. And the two of you land then kind of en route as well, because it's just going to stay perched on the floor. Are you circling? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want to be between the hawk and where we're going.
Okay.
So we're circling on the other side of it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think I'll walk up to it. It's just waiting for us.
It's just waiting, and it's just like ruffling its feathers. Lifts a wing, kind of picks at it with its beak, ruffles again, and it just kind of blinks at you as you get closer, and you hear the hawk begin to kind of open its mouth, but from its mouth issues not the sound of a bird, but a voice. The voice says,
Your company has earned the notice of the Sanguine Sodality. Our leader invites you to a parley. Follow the Bloodhawk.
Oh shit. Okay.
Sounds like a plan. So,
and
is there a name attached to this?
The bird doesn't say anything else. It just kind of ruffles its feathers, having delivered its message, and flaps away.
See, Pim, people who don't introduce themselves, they're a little rude. I know it was Toledo, but come on.
The problem with Animal Messenger is that you don't necessarily know how people are going to respond, says the druid from the sky.
Yes. So, the group of you, all 5 of you now following this Bloodhawk, brings you up to the same ledge that you were at originally, Luna. There is a 200-foot climb ahead of Lycus and Pim. Shortjaw will likely not be able to navigate that. So, but Cress and Edenor, you guys also, you're in the same spot, and it flies up and flies into the same cavern that Luna had previously described.
Can I instruct telepathically Shortjaw to stay just where he's able to traverse, to hide, and to scout?
Okay.
I want him to be our eyes outside of where we go.
Got it. What's the range on your telepathic communication with him?
This plane, motherfucker.
Oh, okay then.
Shite.
That's juicy.
That is very juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, roll me a quick stealth check for Shortjaw.
Shortjaw. I rolled a 12. Are you using the D&D Hadrosaurus?
Yeah.
Oh, they got fucking nothing. 12.
Yeah, okay, 12. Got him. All right. Okay, so...
He's also instructed to run if he's discovered. I don't want him to get hurt.
Scary.
Which I imagine we'll hear out like...
Hang on. Isn't the Sanguine Sodality the thing that Idris is a part of?
Yes, it is.
I thought that that and the Cabal were sort of separate.
They're enemies. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this is confusing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're all confused and it's not just me.
You saw the coiled serpent on Akash, correct?
Yeah.
And that is the symbol of the slumbering serpent. The Cabal of the slumbering serpent.
Yeah.
But if...
Maybe they have a spy.
Yeah.
So maybe Sanguine Sodality wants to help us. Let's just see.
Or it could be a trip.
So, 200-foot cliff ahead of you. How are we traversing this?
Slowly.
You're gonna fly. Okay. Cress is gonna fly up on Cuthbert. Yeah. Anybody going with Cress? Still Edenor on Cress?
I will be with Cress. Yeah.
Okay. So I will need climb from our ground party.
Okay.
Luna at advantage.
It has to be athletics, right?
And yes.
21.
And then disadvantage for Lycus.
Yeah, my luck has run out.
Ooh, 15.
9.
Okay. 9. Okay, so the first 50 feet. This is we're going to kind of do this in 50-foot increments. Okay. Pim, what did you get? Sorry?
15.
15, you're fine. Luna, what'd you get?
21.
Yep, you're totally fine. And Lycus, you did not do too well, right?
No.
So sand kicks up and almost blinds you, right? You would be getting disadvantage on the next leg of the climb, but you already have disadvantage.
I'm going to shout down to Lycus. I'm going to shout down to Lycus, hey, buddy, you can do it. And just throw a bardic inspiration towards him.
And can...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say that I think I want to like kind of wolf up so that I get a little more grip. I know it's not really mechanically anything, but I think that's where he's at.
Sure. Okay. It does. It doesn't do anything for you mechanically.
Can we spot him? Like just kind of fly beneath and like.
Sure. I get what you're saying.
I want to assist in some way, but I also am kind of stuck.
Sure. I'll say, how about this? You guys are there to kind of like, catch him if he falls, right? So you'll at least, we'll use checks when it comes relevant, but he is making his way up. So you're his safety net, but he still has to make those checks on his own. Let's see here.
Wait, Cress, can't you and Cuthbert just fly Edenor up and then come back down and then fly?
That would be
Lycus
leaving Edenor by himself with
That's
whatever
fine.
is coming. Are you sure?
I can handle myself.
All right. They will. They look at Lycus. Don't move, and then they fly up to the top.
When you
dismount, standing at the ready.
When you come back, you see Lycus still climbing, like telling me not to move out. We'll move when I want.
All
You're
right.
still climbing? Oh.
Roll that check, boy.
Falls off the damn thing.
All right.
This is the 100-foot mark. Pim and Luna as well. Luna, continue.
You have a bardic inspiration if you need it.
Thank you. What did it
A D6.
Okay.
DC 12 again for the checks for you guys. What do you get, Lycus?
16.
16. You're fine. Actually, at this kind of like halfway mark, you guys get up here. Lycus, Cress, it doesn't take long for Cuthbert, especially with a dash, to kind of finish the distance and kind of be making his way back. Edenor, you're up on that 200-foot, 250. Actually, no, we'll put you at the 200-foot mark.
Yep.
Cress and Lycus, the two of you who are more wise party members, those kind of in tune with nature. As the two of you are kind of, prepping for the next leg of the climb, Lycus is just panting on the side of the cliff face, right? You guys can see over the dried riverbed, the wind's kind of rolling. And then all of a sudden, the two of you notice that there is another joining you as you look out. And looking at your side, you see a small little humanoid shape, very tiny, about maybe 5 to 8 inches, right? It's got a head that looks kind of like a rock with little holes inside of it. And it's got sort of these leafy little finishings on its wrists and hands. It's got a little leaf loincloth. And it's just kind of looking up at the two of you.
So,
there.
hey, little buddy. Can I offer it a hand, like a finger to handshake?
Sure. So you offer out a finger to handshake, and it looks at it, and your finger is easily the size of this thing's like chest. It looks at the finger and reaches out and grips it on the end, and just kind of like hangs there waving in the wind.
Oh dear.
Him and Luna, you start to notice there are several more of these little elemental spirits appearing around you.
I misunderstood. So Edenor and I are not seeing this.
You're there. Edenor's not. Edenor's up top. So you drop
Oh,
Edenor back
this
off
is
and
on
you
the
come
cliff
back.
face.
Down.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You came back down. Yep. And you can see that there are like tens of them, just kind of now like looking over Cuthbert, right, crawling along his back. Even the thing when it grips you, you almost feel like nothing there, right? You see it kind of waving around, but it doesn't carry any sort of weight or mass.
Guys, are you seeing this?
Cress is going to give a small bow to these spirits and say, "Are we trespassing? We didn't mean to."
Roll a. I want to say nature, but with your wisdom modifier.
Thank fuck. Hate
Yeah,
that.
that's how
Nature
it should
is
be.
Yeah.
It's good. 19.
19. Yes. So you make your bow and you ask if you're intruding, and the creature kind of they all look at each other, they all kind of grip hands, and they all start kind of jumping around happily, and they're kind of making like a little wave as they kind of jump around. And they look around at all of you, the four of you gathered, and they kind of clap their hands and start kind of running around, kind of touching you. And right where they touch you, you feel this boon, as you are all have been gifted a charm of vitality.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
So it gives you the benefit of a potion of vitality.
Ooh, shit.
So all of you have that. All four of you have that benefit, and you just hang on to it until you use it as an action.
That's
so it's
generous
an action
of
to
you.
use it. Yep.
Oh, can we?
Once you use it, though, the charm is expended.
So should we just like add this to our inventory and use it when we want it?
I would say if you can, yeah. So why don't you go all add one potion of vitality into your inventory, the four of you. Add a potion of vitality into your inventory.
Oh, Lycus. This is a blessing for you.
Drink it. I mean, don't drink it because it's not an actual drink, but do it.
Cress, with your roll, you know that these little elemental spirits are called Chewinga.
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 What do I know about the Chewinga?
They are elemental spirits that are usually found in like old forests and jungles. They're kind of like the stewards of the land, but they typically are very friendly if they come across people. But they only ever appear to those that are kind of like in tune with their natural spirit kind of thing. So druids, monks, rangers, they tend to be they might show themselves to them, but others maybe not so much.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
In response to this gift, Cress will for the first time start to druid craft all of the seedlings along the mountain to make the sprouts bloom in a way that hasn't happened in quite some time. They'll spend a minute, so action after action after action, just blooming where these little spirits have stepped.
And they are going to join you, as they are also going to help by casting their own druid craft. And actually, you guys are so successful at this that their next 50 feet are easily climbable. So you guys can all climb up, no problem. And then one last climb check to make it up the last 50 feet to where Edenor is waiting.
Can I put the little guy in like my lapel pocket? Here,
sure.
Yeah.
He's kind of like hanging out there, kind of like, hands up on the edge, kind of looking over. There are like four others sitting on your shoulders. Luna, you look down and you can see them kind of like climbing up the end of your scabbard. And Pim, there are several of them kind of like doing somersaults on your head and jumping off of the puffs.
Pim is so distracted by how cute this is that her last climb check does not go well.
Oh no.
Can I catch her? That's why I'm there.
Let's see. What did you roll, Pim?
5.
5. Okay. So just as you're climbing, there's a gust of wind that just kind of catches you underneath as you are not paying attention to where you put your hand, and it does blow you off. Cress, roll a. Let's call this a dexterity saving throw. Pim,
Okay.
you also roll as well. Take the average of you two and see.
Can I also roll for Cuthbert?
Or
I
how
rolled
about
bad.
how close is Luna to Pim at this situation? Because I thought we were like aligned here climbing.
Yeah, you're pretty close. Sure, you can roll one as well, Luna. What did you get, Chris?
I'm not helping.
8.
8.
I got a 15.
15. Go ahead, roll for Cuthbert.
13?
13.
What?
Okay. I will say with all of you, your combined effort, Luna included, right? Luna, Pim starts to fall. Luna manages to just kind of see Pim going by, reaches out and just kind of bunces Pim, who is now able to kind of roll onto Cuthbert. And Cress, you kind of secure Pim just before she goes over.
God. They just hold her. All right, I hate that. She'll just fly the rest of the way up with her.
Okay.
Thanks, friends.
So you guys are all now at we'll say the 250-foot mark. So now you go up that last 50 feet pretty easily. You are now at the ruins.
I'm hanging, semi-back, because I know what the entrance is like. I'm hanging on to the side, so I'm not being seen with the group.
Mm-hmm.
So if they enter, or whoever enters, I'm on the corner.
Gotcha. Tell you what, let's do this.
Listening distance.
If there's a parlay, Lycus will be definitely taking front.
Okay. Go ahead, place yourselves on the map. So, Luna, you recall that to get to the entrance that you guys want to go to is up here. You guys see the ping? I don't know if you can scroll.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have your choice of path here. You guys can either try to go around and underneath.
Well, where's the Bloodhawk?
Oh, the Bloodhawk? Yeah, so the Bloodhawk.
We're just following the Bloodhawk right now.
Then in that case, Bloodhawk's gonna do... Sec. Bloodhawk shows up just behind you guys, right? Just kind of circling over here, and it's going to go flying this way and under.
All right. Let's make it
Isn't
happen.
that way further down?
What do you mean? Not way further down. No, that's this thing is about 15 feet above the ruins floor. The roof is.
But this place down here is the same level as this.
This is the same level as this.
Yeah, so it's just the overhang.
This goes under.
Oh,
he
we're
just
going
goes
right
under the
in
he
here.
goes under the overhang. Yep.
So he didn't lead us here.
No,
we
he
dropped.
did. Yeah, he basically led you guys here to where you guys dropped, and then kind of continues and goes through that way.
Okay, we'll just follow it.
Okay.
Let's get in there.
So let's get another round of climb checks from those of us who are climbing. I think
Pim, I'll
back
just
to-
fly you.
Okay.
so. Pim's flying. So Edenor, Lycus, and Luna. Or Luna, yeah. Are you taking that path, Luna?
Yeah, I'll go through this side path here in the meantime.
Just
Okay.
acrobatics.
I don't think it'll take me as long to go through.
No. You just roll me an acrobatics check so that you can traverse the tight gap.
That is a balanced 10.
Okay. So it's going to take you. It's basically going to be just half your movement. If we end up going into initiative, we'll finish the rest. Or if enough time elapses, you'll finish off that rest of the gap. Okay, so those of you who climbed around, I think it was Edenor and Lycus. What did we get for athletics checks?
I got a 17.
You're fine.
Can I roll acrobatics just to make a look for that? Let's see.
You can.
In that
But you have
case,
to describe it for me.
Oh, you know I will. In that case, it is a naughty 20, a manipulative 20. And you're saying that we're going down at this point? This is heading back inward?
You basically just kind of go around the side and end up in this room. So your path kind of takes you like this. Oh, that is the wrong button. So it takes you kind of like this. Roughly.
Cool. Well, at whatever point that I'm dropping down, I'm still in my werewolf mode.
Mhm.
I want to essentially just jump and transform mid-fall.
Okay.
And I don't know, whatever is more cool, either a front flip or a back flip, whatever's flashiest.
Sure.
Squirrel landing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, so Lycus is in werewolf form, right? Takes a little bit of a running start, jumps off the side, scratches the side of the cliff face with his claws. As he kind of reaches the end, he grips tightly and swings through towards the inside. Hits another kind of root that's been just kind of hanging, spins off of that, and does a backflip, and mid backflip transforms, boom, and squirrel lands right on the inside.
Well, shit.
Someone's feeling better.
Someone's feeling a lot better. And as you land, the two of you hear
Oh, I take a bow. Thank.
Here, that was quite impressive. And
I'm an
you
impressive
see
man.
at the end of the room, a gaunt figure whose skin is a light purple. He's shirtless, and you can see around his arms, up both arms, a red stripe kind of winds up to his shoulders. And on his collarbones, you see red roses. And his eyes glow with a faint reddish glow as he steps forward. Ah, travelers, welcome. My name is Talode of the Sanguine Sodality. Cress and Pim, you guys are probably in here already, so you guys would kind of see. Are you going to land? Cuthbert could land in here. Do you want to land him in there?
Yeah, sorry, I just assumed. I'll go back.
I mean, they're not going to keep Pim on there, but they don't like this. I think they are half in, half out of the overhang.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys
I'm
are
going to
just kind
say
of
you
like...
just drop me over here because I'm
Okay.
going to go with the others.
So Pim's dropped off. Cress and Cuthbert are just kind of now taking a wide kind of glide on the outer edge of the overhang. Right. Luna, about enough time where you are now kind of like...
I'm going there, but I'm stealthing.
Roll stealth, please.
Come on, dice. No, not well. 11. Okay. Shit.
All right. You do have inspiration. Everybody has an inspiration this session.
I'm going to
Okay.
use that inspiration.
Go for it.
11.
Another 11. Beautiful. That's just destiny, my friend. So, Luna, you are kind of like steadying yourself in there, right? Just as you do, though, you go to step down on what you think is, a solid rock, but it's actually just it's just a clump of mud. And as you step down, your foot just kind of goes all the way through, and it just causes a light little, small little avalanche into the room. And you see the figure kind of arch an eyebrow over in your direction as he clocks you being there.
This is deja
Right?
vu, by the way.
Oh, no,
This
baby.
is the same spot where the white ape saw me.
Yep.
Very
He's-
suspicious. Can I keep my eye out around the exterior of the space and deeper into the cavern? They're like, this is a trap, this is a trap, this is a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Trap, it's a trap.
Roll a perception check.
Perception. I'm using my inspiration. 'Cause that was a 1. Okay, that's a 19 plus stuff. Plus
19 plus stuff.
It's a 26.
Okay. 26. So as yourself and Cuthbert are gliding around the outside, right? Cuthbert tilts as he kind of is riding the wind, catches a breeze, and he's drifting outwards, and you hear and as you kind of like make your way towards the outer edge, you see sleeping at the moment is a large ape who is kind of on a little cliff on the front of the face, right? Just kind of tucked in behind, away from the sun. You can see it looks like he sleeps here a lot. As you kind of go by, you get the whiff of a very well-used den, but he is fast asleep over there at the moment.
Can I insight this creature to see? I don't know how you would identify something under the Dominate Beast spell, but I have seen it plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to identify whether or not this creature acts of its own volition or not?
I don't believe there is.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, back inside, though. Talode clocks you, Luna. He goes, "You are the travelers. I see you've accepted my invitation."
Well, it felt easier than just coming in and assassinating you, so I figured we'd talk.
Assassinate me?
Well, we're under the impression that you've kidnapped and murdered some people who were, for the most part, good people.
Well, I can't pretend. I believe you are misinformed. We've kidnapped people, but to call it murder, seems disingenuous. They were a necessary cost.
And what exactly are you trying to pay for here?
Something that I think we all want. But alas, that is a discussion for you and my master, Master Akash. He sent me here to greet you.
Strange. I'm surprised a member of your order would be palling around with one of them.
Do you mean my...
Gosh, someone help me out here. There are a couple things at play, right? Some snake people who hate other snake people and other things. I don't know.
So are you working with the Cabal or not?
Oh, God bless him.
God, well, my friend
looks kind of arches an eyebrow to you, Ednor. The Cabal?
Interesting. So maybe what we were told before was not accurate and threw us off the trail.
Your pendant there.
Sodality
Sorry.
is a problem.
Could I insight check that question?
Yeah.
Response?
Yes.
Yes. I'll allow one of you to roll an insight check.
I've got a +5.
I rolled a natural 20. So.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
it.
At the mention of Cabal, he seems on his face to actually fuck it. Yeah, he seems on his face to pretend to be unaware, but there's a glimmer, there's a tightening of his hands, Luna, that you catch. There's just a small tug at the corner of his mouth that, while most folks would probably not even notice, your keen eye has actually picked it out. You can tell that this individual is being cagey and very much not forthright.
I'll cast Prestidigitation to clean the mud off my shoes as I walk to Adenor. I'm just gonna cuff here and says, he knows.
Stealth check, please.
I'm gonna hop down as well, so I'm on the same level.
19.
19? Okay. All right. So.
Can Crest just fly in and land there?
Cuthbert will have to roll a check, athletics check to kind of hang on to those vines, but he could hang on to those.
Oh, I'm a dummy. I just wanted to land on the ground.
Oh yeah, no. There's no good
No
ground.
ground?
No.
Okay.
Hmm.
There
But
are
he
good
could hang
ground
on.
here.
That
ground?
again, the
is
vines.
happening? For good ground.
All of that ground there is 250 feet below.
That's the
So-
riverbed, basically.
That's the riverbed. So the cliff face kind of goes here, but everything kind of within that is 250 feet below.
Got it. Fuck it. That's a pillar, correct? So can he land on this corner, or is that impossible?
He roll an acrobatics for Cuthbert.
If this is he's not dumb and knows what his body can do. I'll do the
Yeah.
athletics one.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, that looks better. Cress, you're dumb. That's good. That's gonna be an 18.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, he glides over, grips the vines, grips the roots, and kind of wraps a couple around his forepaws, and kind of hangs there, tucks his wings in, and kind of angles his shoulders so that you can kind of be sitting upright. Cress, just as well as for you to note, what he happens to be grabbing onto here is the wild root that Shortjaw had previously described to you as well.
The good kind, not the bad kind.
The good kind.
Woo! They kind of look at it, and they reach down to a part that's hanging below them, and will just start snipping
off.
it. Yeah,
Sure.
this is good. Can I also get seeds if possible? I don't know how it.
No
does
seeds,
that.
but you do get 2 quantities of wild root.
Fuck yeah! Thank you, generous
Yep.
DM.
So,
Some casual harvesting
looks,
mower.
Yeah, Telod looks. You have a dragon.
Oh, we have a lot.
Mind your business.
Well, my master is eager to meet you all.
We'll meet you on the condition that the crew of the Wild Hunt is released.
I am not empowered to make those decisions, but I can assure you that my master Akash abhors unnecessary bloodshed.
Very well
Sorry,
then.
check.
Sure.
Okay. That feels 17.
It does rub you the wrong way. Not so much the big part of it was that the emphasis he put on unnecessary. Almost gives you the impression that he does believe that there is some bloodshed out there that is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about your boss comes out and meets us? We don't want to be too great a disadvantage, and that would be just rude to your guest, don't you think?
With the dragon.
Can I be getting
that showed-
closer? Sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? I'm gonna insight check you.
You can insight check me? What could I possibly be wanting to do? Get like right here, just a little bit closer.
Him just stays on your like 4 o'clock.
Good plan.
7 o'clock.
He rolled an 11 to insight check you. So if you are kind of disguising your intentions, it would be deception against his 11.
I'm gonna roll. Am I good at lying?
We'll find out.
So
I'm so good at lying.
I'm good enough. That's a 12.
Let the bard talk.
12.
Are able to disguise whatever intention you may have as you get closer to him. I'll move the thing here. So you get within just about 5 feet. You get within 5 feet of him.
Shit.
All right.
As you do so,
well, stay here.
he is kind of fully believing that you seem to be coming with him, allowing him to take the lead and going down inside. So he starts to kind of turn away from you as he goes, my master Akash is sensitive to the sun. Meeting inside would be a much more comfortable environment for him.
Good to know. Pim, Featherfall. I want to grab and jump.
Okay.
What?
You gonna grab and jump?
Yeah,
What are we
250 feet,
doing?
right?
We are making contested checks. So he's going to make acrobatics against your strength.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you roll?
Natural 20. Get fucked. Get
Natural
absolutely fucked.
So he, against his 12. So you have him grappled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a great point to roll initiative.
And feather fall on Lycus as my
So
reaction.
you will
Yeah,
use your
250 is
reaction.
too far for me to fall.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Fucking Ollie.
Guess we're not
All right.
talking.
Guess not. Let's see.
The
Crest,
minute
what'd
you
you
said he got within 5 feet, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah.
fine.
get? Yeah.
I was just like, R.I.P. prisoners.
Because he was only 10 feet away. So, Chris,
Bad. 4.
4. Don't forget to roll for Cuthbert.
Cuthbert
Luna.
got a 17. Sorry.
17 for Cuthbert. Perfect. Thank you. Put it in now. Luna.
19.
19. Lycus.
17.
17. Adenor.
5.
5. Pim.
13.
13. Okay, so
I
any
was
initiative
on.
swaps?
17 was on the dice. 20.
20. Oh shit. So any initiative swaps? Lycus does have the 20. Luna has a 19. Cuthbert has a 17, and then we got a 13, a 5, and a 4.
And do you want to trade with Cuthbert?
Sorry, what was Cuthbert?
17.
Sure.
Did you cast Featherfall?
Okay, so that is your. Pimmer did cast as the reaction already.
Oh, already. So then.
Because this is your move.
This is absolutely a Lycus move for sure.
You thrive on
He
high
rolled pretty.
heights.
He rolled pretty shit.
I messaged Matt saying push him off the cliff.
You're right.
You read his mind.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Okay. So,
Oh, I forgot to hit enter.
What a fucking roll, dude, to get like a nat 20 on it too. Damn. All right.
It almost fell off my desk. It was right at the edge, and I was so happy.
So, here we go. Combat has started. Lycus, you have Tallow in your grips, right? It is your turn. What do you do? And Featherfall is cast on you.
So, I'm gonna look over to everyone else and was like, "He was lying, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just fall back off the cliff.
Okay. So this is a 250-foot fall. You get, let's see here, something. The speed, I think, for falling, if I remember correctly, is like 500 feet around. So
Yeah, feather fall is 60 feet per round. But
Okay.
regular falling is faster.
Okay, so actually, yeah, that's right. You have the feather fall effect. So you're holding onto him as well, and the two of you are feather falling down.
So do you let go?
No,
Yeah.
no, I only feather fall Lycus.
Okay,
He's
so
hanging onto him, though,
so he's
right?
hanging on. Yeah, so Lycus, you go to let go. He's gonna
Try and hold on.
he's gonna hold the fuck on as he hangs on to your coat, and he's hanging on to you, and he kind of looks you in the eye. So that's how it's going to be then.
Should let go of the coat.
Let's drop the coat.
Just
It's gonna be. I think that's a next round kind of action to do that.
was
Sounds
his
good.
action just to let go?
His action was to move him off and jump.
Oh, I see. I
Oh,
got
I thought that was like his opportunity attack kind of thing. Because now we're actually in a turn.
Hmm.
Yeah, we didn't start combat until after you had jumped off and
Okay.
feather fall.
Give it to.
Sure. You can drop your coat.
I'm just like, well, you should have grabbed onto my pants and just let go.
Okay. You let go of your coat, and he begins to fall. Do I have any reaction?
It is canonical that it's literally always just around the shoulders.
Okay.
Oh, DM. So sad.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Does he have any reactions that he can do?
Levitate. Where are you?
That's not a reaction.
Let's all appreciate Max. Bringing
He doesn't have any reactions, so
Clarification.
he is going to take.
He's going
no.
down.
Let's see, the first 10, 250
I
feet,
think
so
he's the one in charge of
24
the ape,
d6.
too.
Hang on, I'm gonna let Google do this because I don't have that many dice.
Yeah.
And if he survives, it's gonna be like an awkward moment where we're like 200 feet above him.
Yeah.
well,
You dead?
And none of us have any ranged.
God.
Not that
so-
far, no.
So he
So be
goes straight off the side, right, holding onto your cloak, and as he lets go, he just Wilhelm screams the whole way down. Until there is a sickening splat
Oh
at the
god.
bottom. As sure enough, he is dead.
He's dead.
Oh my
We got him. We got him.
Oh,
We
thank
got him.
God.
That was 71 damage.
I'm gonna need to wash my coat. Oh.
Yeah, your coat is covered in pulp.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
Did we wake the ape?
You'll see. Lycus,
Get the bottle ready.
that is your turn, I believe. As you are floating down, so you are 60 feet down. Right.
gonna take, like,
Okay.
4 more turns to
Lycus,
get down.
Luna, you are up. The only like visible enemy you see on the field right now is the Bloodhawk, like way off in the distance there.
And does it still seem controlled?
The ape?
The
Bloodhawk.
Bloodhawk that we can see. We
Oh,
don't
the
know about
Bloodhawk?
the ape.
Oh, it's just kind of flying around right now. It doesn't see. It just seems like a hawk right now.
Orb. Okay.
This is one of those moments where, like, me as a player not knowing where the ape is like, The fight's done. Why is the battle music still going on? Why is the boss music starting? You know?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just going to move my way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going towards the entrance to the other area.
Okay. Sure.
Don't know what else is here.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Or
16.
sorry, no, I'll what would you say? That's all right. Take the 16.
Or are we gonna say passive?
I was going to use your passive in the end there. Should have. Oh well. You hear slithering. You hear hissing off to the right, somewhere in this direction.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
I guess I'll hold my action for Ray of Frost for any threat.
Okay. All right. So if anything appears that looks threatening, you're going to try to Ray of Frost it. Just confirming that's a trigger. Okay, good. Just making sure. All right. So sure enough, next turn it is the Hawks, as a couple more of them kind of begin to appear, and they are going to go after. See, they have 60 feet of movement. They're going to go after Pim.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Because they are animals and they see Pim as the weakest thing on the field at the moment, being
You're
the smallest
wrong.
party
Ooh.
member.
Hey, it's a good thing to be underestimated.
That's fair.
Okay, they're going to get in and do their attacks. One is these all hit. There's a 15, a 16, and a nat 20.
A nat 20, huh?
A nat 20.
So after the first one hits,
okay.
I'm going to
First
use
one
my
hits.
reaction to fade away and become invisible.
Oh, okay. So we'll say that was so just in the way the dice laid out, that we're going to say that's the 15,
Okay.
right? So that one went to, so it do you still take the damage? Like this hits you and then you fade
Yeah, it
away, or
hits
you-
me. After
Okay.
I take damage, I become invisible.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Just wanted
It's
to
a
make
great
sure.
way to negate a crit, though.
Yeah, that
Yes.
That's very smart.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I'm glad I took that feat instead of the other one I was considering.
Oh,
Okay,
So how much damage?
that's going to be 4 damage.
4. Not bad.
4
Not bad.
piercing damage as it kind of flaps up to you and kind of like stabs its beak into your shoulder. You kind of rock back and fade away.
And I
Pim-
realize all of a sudden, because this has never happened before. I'm just like,
Ooh.
whoa.
And you have the little ninja symbol on you
Cool.
for now. Okay.
So the other two
They're gonna-
disadvantage
Yeah.
to attack an invisible creature?
Disadvantage. So let's see. They had this. So we'll go for the one that had the net 20 next. Yeah.
One of them would pop.
That's going to be a
Alright.
miss. So the one that did crit misses. And the second one, it rolled an 18 and a 16. So it's going to hit you.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. It's not a D4.
One of them would pop the Ray of Frost. See
True.
if I.
Okay.
True.
We'll go ahead and roll your attack. Pim, 3 damage.
3 damage.
I'm gonna say the one that that got like absolutely nothing is the one that's gonna take your Ray of Frost. What'd you get?
It's 21 to hit.
It's the
And-
damage.
5 damage.
5 damage. It is bloodied as you kind of shoot out your Ray of Frost, and it becomes like an ice spike in the air, catches it in one of its wings, and it just kind of spins in the air as it's just feathers flying all around Pim's face, or where Pim was. As there's an explosion of feathers, all of a sudden your gnome companion is just gone.
damn.
All right, that is their turn. It is Cuthbert
Uh,
and Pim on deck.
Did Pim and Cuthbert switch though?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Pim's first.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. Yep. So Pim first, then Cuthbert.
Okay. So I am still invisible until I attack, deal damage, or force them to make a saving throw. So I'm gonna move away I'm gonna move back here behind Edenor.
Okay.
And then use my crossbow.
Okay.
To get this guy.
Sure. I gotta put the thing on the field still. This one over here is bloodied. Like it's looking real fucking hurt too.
This one?
In the middle.
All right, I'll go for that one in that case.
Sure. All right, roll attack. At advantage because you're coming from invisible.
Hell fucking yeah. That's a 16 to hit.
That's a hit. And damage?
Damage will be nice. 9 damage.
How do you want to do it?
Okay,
Right through the skull.
Right through the skull. All right. So yeah, it's flapping in the air. It's just about to right itself. There's still a chunk of ice stuck in its chest. And as it kind of like just flaps its wings in another spray of feathers, just there's a crossbow bolt right in its eye. And it just drops. And it falls all the way down the side of the cliff.
So I'm no longer invisible now.
We're no longer invisible. And I take that little thingy off of your thingy. All right. Anything else, Pim?
Nope, that'll do it.
All righty. Cuthbert.
I just really love this whole scene because I'm just falling. So like he's falling like straight up, just waiting.
Yeah,
As
you
he
see
looks
a
up,
bird.
it's just birds.
Yep.
All right.
So we have been told that these are lightning pillars, correct?
Just pillars. They are just pillars.
The cages have lightning.
The cages have
The
lightning.
cages do. Okay.
Yeah.
And Lycus is 60 feet down.
Like it says, yes.
Okay, then Cuthbert's gonna breath weapon because it won't hit Luna.
Appreciate it.
And it won't hit Lycus.
All right.
I need
I'm on the right side of the pillar, thank God.
a DC 15 dex save from your burbs.
One saves, one does not. I got a 17 and a
Okay.
9 on the roll.
One will take half.
Okay.
9. 14 lightning damage on the one who failed, 7 on the one who succeeded, as this golden dragon opens its mouth, and instead of fire, there's this blue, just scorch of electricity that hits the first, and then I think bazingas the second, and then hits this pillar, just the edge of it.
Boom. And they both are just completely fried. They're two just charred birds, just left in the wake of the blast, and you can smell the ozone in the air. You can still feel like your hair on the edge of your arms, Edenor, as the air is just kind of settling down after that.
And
right.
Lacus, do you wanna ride?
As long as I can get my coat first. My friend gave that to me.
Okay. I'll get you after then. That's Cuthbert will stay where he is then.
Okay. All right.
As you keep falling down.
Priorities.
I love the visual of this conversation.
Just
You all right?
slowly falling.
He's
Fine, I
just
just want
like
my
again, full
coat.
standing, just like arms crossed, just like, got it.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So they would.
I'm just imagining like SpongeBob right now, where
Okay.
their pants are like blown up as they fall down.
So, what happens next is...
Still have an 8.
Yeah.
Where's the music? There we go.
Can he
All right.
fly now that there's no enemy? I'm not gonna pick up Lycus because he wants to get his coat. They're gonna fly there.
Okay, perfect. So then, in that case, what happens next is there's the blast of lightning, right? And just after the birds just kind of, you all just kind of you just kind of take a quick stop, right? Check your surroundings, and then Edenor and Cress and Luna, you see it first as this giant ape body kind of swings down from the other side of the cliff face, and is a very adept climber as it shoots across the field, kind of swinging from the vines, and it jumps over to right here. And it is going to take all of its attacks at Cuthbert. Seeing the Drake there, that seems like the biggest threat to this creature. And it is going to go in like there's no tomorrow. So it is going to take first 2 attacks, 2 and an 11.
5 attacks.
Okay, let's see here. Sorry. 17. The first one is an 8. The next one's a 17.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay. So let's see here.
Pretty good AC.
Yeah.
Then 2 more arms attacks, since it's going to swing with the other arms. 1 is not going to hit. 1 is going to hit. So it's 2 strikes, and then its last attack is going to be its bite, and it's not going to make that. So Cuthbert is actually doing a pretty good job just kind of dodging and weaving. The ape lands. It takes its first strike. It just kind of clocks him with like a haymaker, right? Cuthbert's head is ringing, looks up, dodges the second one. And as he kind of is rearing back, Cress, you're kind of like, you're on his back, right? As he kind of pulls back, the creature comes forward and hits him in the rib cage with another hand, misses with the other one, and then it tries to grab him and bite him. And Cuthbert manages to shake off all but those 2 attacks that did manage to land. So he is going to take...
Dragon versus monkey.
So cool.
Straight into kaiju.
And
Yeah,
so it's
18 damage.
18.
Get them fight.
Mini kaiju fight.
So 18 damage to Cuthbert during that fight. All right, that is that creature's turn. It is going to be Edenor with Cress on deck.
Thank you.
Let's see. And then I think I just had to do that first.
Priorities.
You post a meme. Boom.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. Thank you. Oh, beautiful.
So what I would
Ping
like
pong
to
haymaker.
do,
I'm gonna add that GIF to the video.
Please do, yeah.
please do, yeah, that'd be perfect. All right. I guess I'll have to. I'm gonna cast Thunderous Smite upon myself. Yeah, no, that's bonus action. Perfect. And then I'm going to run up to the ape. And I'm gonna take an attack with my Devotee's Sensor. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Right.
Roll the attack or damage.
And then I'm also going to add a Divine Smite as well.
Okay. Roll a quick Divine Madness for me.
Okay. Go 10.
You're fine.
Alright. So this is how many d8? So it's 2d8 plus. So a lot of math.
Yep, fast math. Don't forget the number. Don't forget it.
48 plus.
Ape and Cuthbert are just squaring off, snapping jaws.
They're squaring off, and then they're just gonna see me come in with a haymaker in this thing, and then 2d6, and then it also needs to take a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. So,
Oh shit. Okay. Strength saving throw?
yep. So, yeah, you do that while I. This 14.
Barely makes it.
I've never done this before, and they don't really know what's happening. But they
Okay.
go, "You fucking stay down!" As Edenor hits it and tries to knock it prone, and silvery barbs
Yes,
I
yes.
cast.
Okay.
So I will give you advantage on a roll within the next minute, Edenor, and it has to re-roll it and take the lower roll.
It did re-roll. It was higher at a 19 on the roll.
Damn.
So
Okay.
he still saves. But he does kind of like slide, right? As he's kind of sliding back, he just kind of takes 2 of the bulkier forearms, just kind of and kind of as it looks at you now too, Edenor, fiercely. What was the
Okay.
damage?
Well, it's 28.
Holy fuck!
A lot of it's radiant, but 6 of it is thunder damage.
Okay, yeah, it's hurt. You hit it. You hit it hard, right? You see it kind of enough to shake this thing, to rock this just gigantic mass of muscle.
I just want to come swinging in and swing it and just clock it in like the jaw, and it has to like shake it off and looks at me, and I'm kind of like braced up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. It's now squaring off. Yourself and Cuthbert are there shoulder to shoulder facing off against the thing.
Come on,
And
monkey.
it's just kind of like looking between the two of you and just kind of like waving its arms defensively as Cress, you are up.
Yep. I need a con save of 15.
Con save of 15. That is a failure with a 5 on the roll.
All right. They watch it refuse to fall off the cliff, little fucker. And I think Cress looks up at this cavern for a moment. They're like, nah, none of it's really good. And right above its head, this coalescing moonbeam forms and then just shoves down through it and through the core of the earth. It takes... It takes 18 radiant damage.
Holy shit, it is
All right.
And I bonus action touch Cuthbert and use my Balm of the Summer Court to heal him a little bit. That's my turn.
Okay, yeah, the moonbeam comes out and it scorches the creature. You see where its burn marks already were on the right side of it. It just isn't able to avoid the moonbeam as it kind of crashes down, re-singeing the fur. You can see sections of it are just kind of lit up bright orange like little embers as it kind of is reeling, and it kind of spits blood on the floor. You can tell this creature is bloodied. It's very bloodied. Okay.
Ooh,
Chris,
maybe we
anything
don't need
else?
to use those bands.
That was my action and my bonus. They're not moving off of Cuthbert.
Alrighty. Then top of the order. You guys have a minute if you want to take it.
Should
Otherwise,
we
Lycus
just,
is on.
Like it's
we just kill
just
this thing?
Yeah.
Quick, I'm so sorry. Before we meta minute, quick thing, David. If this is a shape changer, then it reverts to its original form.
Got it.
I'm just checking. I wasn't sure if it might be.
Is it a naturally occurring four-armed creature?
I think
Now
we
the minute
need
starts.
Okay,
Yeah.
now the minute starts.
I think we need
So
to
should we
finish
just
off
finish
as
it?
fast as, yeah, we need to finish it, and we need to immediately beeline it to the prisoners.
Yes.
So, and I don't
And
know
be
if
ready.
Lycus can like, I mean, it's gonna be a while before you actually hit the ground, but I mean,
I
how
was
far are you?
60 feet down. I was gonna see if I could turn my body and run down the wall.
Okay, should I still use invis when we enter, or
I don't think
just
so.
forget that? Forget it. Okay.
You
Save
have
that
minimal
now.
spells available now, so
Yeah.
So we need to like rush and try and get to the prisoners.
Because
Yeah.
we've made a lot of noise at this point.
yeah.
Well,
And we
I
still
believe
have
the
our
Hawks are
sorcerer
being
boss.
Controlled by the other guy, Akash.
No, they're being controlled by Talub.
Well, but then why did they continue?
Why did it
attacking
attack?
after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else
I
is
don't know.
controlling
And
it.
then why is the monkey?
We're in its
attacking?
cavern, maybe.
I just know that Talod was the telepathic bond guy.
That also may not have been to load.
5
That was
seconds.
Talod.
Well, let's kill the monkey.
Yeah,
Okay, kill the
him.
monkey.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Kill the monkey it is. Where's the thing? Where's the playlist?
Oh, Lycus,
There's the
you should
playlist.
also loot the body if
Lycus-
there's any cool stuff on him. when you
Lycus
get
is
down there.
up as you continue to drift another 60 feet.
Can I try to, because I'm right next to the cliff face,
Mhm.
just like angle myself so I can start running down?
Get any extra?
I will say the second you make contact with the wall, it is going to like take off the feather fall, because it's basically bringing you down until you are no longer like really falling. But what you can do is time it so you hit it enough that it'll activate your slow fall. Like I think a minimum of 40 feet is fine. Like you can fall without it. So you can just kind of drift into the 40-foot mark.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, so you are, let's see, so it's 60 feet the first round, 250 feet,
120 feet now.
120 feet now. So you still have another 120 minus 250 minus 120.
130.
Nigel, 130. So 130 feet left to go.
Using my rapier, I'm gonna do, I guess, booming blade on it.
Okay. Is the attack, please? Or, yeah, it's an attack, not a save, right?
Yeah, it's just a normal attack. Does anyone count as flanking for a bonus?
Cuthbert does.
Roll with the right hand. That is 16 plus
That will hit.
6, 22. Okay. That is 6. That is 10 damage.
10 damage.
See?
You stab it with your rapier, so you kind of see Luna step forward, right? Swish the sword in hand, right? It crackles with this electrical energy, comes forward and takes a perfect poised stance and stabs it right up between the ribs. The creature kind of reels back, so it lashes out towards Luna. It's just part of your attack still, but so you just kind of bounce back on stride. It is barely standing, but it is standing up and right, and Bloodhawks are dead. So it is Pim's turn now.
Pim is going to
Deck.
cast Vicious Mockery just in case its turn comes around and it gets an attack. So she's going to say, "Hey, stupid monkey, you're no match for the merry folk." That's it. And I need a Wisdom 15 save.
Wisdom 15 save.
I'm gonna guess
This thing dies to Vicious Mockery.
That'd be amazing.
It did roll a 16 on the roll. Wisdom is +1, so 17.
Damn. Okay, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, sorry.
Pim just insults him.
Monkey's just like, man, I don't understand you.
Any movement, Pim?
I will stay where I am.
Okay. All right, Cuthbert's up.
All right, he did not get his breath weapon back, so he's going to attack first with the bite. Ooh, shit. 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And then the tail, which is a 15.
That will also hit.
Nice. Okay. But what are you? D10.
This is just canon if it happens.
12 to hit on the bite, piercing plus. Sorry, I didn't know about this. Plus some lightning damage. Plus 2 lightning damage.
How would Cuthbert like to do this?
Just like the movies.
Just like in the movies. Right for the jugular. Chris's moonbeam kind of shifts back, and he reaches in, this maw just snapping shut around the head, and it just lops over the side and falls past Lycus.
Yeah, Lycus, you are looking by, and you just see all of a sudden the body raining past. It's half of it's just scorched. There's just blood trail kind of falling behind it.
Oh, my coat.
And it goes and pushes right over Talad's body and your coat.
Oh no.
Thanks for the reminder.
It takes like 1d8 booming.
But like it's after a
damage
moment,
now.
you'll land. There are no more enemies on the field, so we are out of initiative, guys.
Okay, shit.
Do we hear anything coming this way?
From there,
Do we hear anything?
Cress, roll a perception check. Luna, roll a perception check at advantage. Just the two of you.
Ednor doesn't listen for enemies, apparently.
22.
He just hits
Sorry.
them.
I just
19
do
on mine.
bonk.
What do you get, Luna? And Cress, sorry. 22 and
19.
19. As you both step up and you kind of listen down into the cavern, it sounds, very empty. You can almost hear like the wind howling through, but then you also hear the sound of hissing.
I send my moonbeam down the hallway,
Okay.
lighting it up as I go and attacking whatever the fuck is coming for us.
Cool.
Okay. See. What's the save again?
15 con.
Okay. All right. And the floor is just kind of still steaming afterwards after the moonbeam goes by. The sound of hissing gets significantly less, but it's listening in. It doesn't sound like a big creature or anything. It could just be small serpents, kind of slithering around the cavern.
Are we still in initiative?
No, you're not. But as you peer in, you can see actually a couple of charred bodies of snakes as they were kind of making their way. Looking at them, you can see it looks like they were trying to head down into the cavern.
Down into the cavern that we were in?
No, deeper
Away
towards
from
the
us.
towards
To
the
the camp.
Tell you what, I've got 10 rounds of Moonbeam, and it can move 60 feet around. I'm just scorching the earth forward.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk behind the moonbeam.
Okay,
just
so-
in case,
Fuck these
Ednor,
snakes.
you understand.
Yeah.
So you kind of go down the path, just kind of.
If there's any like snakes alive, I just hit it with my sensor.
Funk.
Okay.
Okay.
Both
Um,
you roll me a d20.
Can Cuthbert get Lycus in the meantime?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration die.
Okay, sure.
If
I just
got
rolled a
nat
16.
one.
I don't know what we're adding. Anything.
It's okay. Yeah, no, don't worry.
Yeah, all right, that is an 18.
Yep. The two of you do manage to clear the hallway. You continue, just kind of going around any snakes that the moonbeam happens to miss. Edinor's right there to just kind of crunch them. You guys go, still within range of hearing the party. I mean, the hallway goes pretty deep, but you go until there is no more hissing.
Nice.
Easily enough.
Pim's gonna run over
nice.
to the ledge and say, Lycus, you okay, buddy?
At this point, he's like laying down while he's falling. He's like,
Yeah, just kind of
Yeah.
lounging.
just
I'll come get you.
And like it's definitely while they're
Lands in
doing
the
this,
gore.
you make it down. You make it down, and you can see the crushed body of the ape sprawled over. I mean, you can't even see where Telod's body would have been, but you do have some ape to look through.
yeah. I think he pulls up his non-existent sleeves and is just like, all right. They
See
said
if you
check
can-
the body.
Yeah, see if you can get that pendant.
You got it.
Okay,
This is like shouting.
roll a
going on.
survival check. Oh, we can get out of combat music too.
Do you guys mind if I roll that in a second? I desperately have to pee.
Sure. I got
I'll
something I can do in the meantime.
Yeah, Pim and Luna, you guys are up top still as well.
Um,
Anything you guys are up to?
Yeah, I want to go up to that hallway where they fried the snakes
Mhm.
and see if I can just take a few moments to get a couple tongues out of the snakes.
Sure, roll a survival check.
Okay. Survival.
Survival.
12.
Snake tongue. Like get the little tiny snake tongues?
Yeah, I just need some snake tongues. Something. It's on my shopping list.
With a 12 on survival. Sorry, I think I can get you something. I think I can get you that and then some.
Oh yeah, there's rules for this now.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Never mind. Apparently not in this book. You are able to collect with a 12. Let's say it's a wow. Okay. You're able to collect 3 snake tongues.
Cool.
The rest of the bodies are pretty charred, and some of them are crushed. But yeah, you're able to collect at least 3 snake tongues. And was there something else you were doing?
That's all.
Luna, what are you up to?
Just saying, nothing has gone according to plan. Captain is gone. You have
No, I'm
2
not.
vanguards marching in. Don't know what to do right now.
For flavor, can I just say that Cuthbert kind of nuzzles Luna?
Absolutely. It's like, it's okay, Luna. Luna is having an existential crisis right now. This is not how we planned this, guys.
I don't know. It's pretty similar.
Yeah, it's true. It's not.
Maybe
it's not
how
going
you
so
planned it
wrong.
in your head.
Okay, so Lycus, what'd you roll for that survival check?
Ooh, that's pretty good. Survival. Oh, thank God, survival's not intelligence. 19.
Nice.
19. Yeah, you are able to kind of dig down, find your coat. You also find sections of fur from the ape that you could potentially take with you. You find 2 fangs from the ape as well. Right? They are yellowed, hard, sharp, but you get the feeling, you could potentially fashion, some sort of cutlery or equipment or weaponry from it. And then you also find that both of its feet are still intact, enough that you could take its feet as well. So you can get two gorilla feet.
I'm
Slippers,
sorry,
maybe?
I thought for a second you were talking about snake feet. I'm like, wait a second here.
No.
I'm like,
We switched gears
Yes,
there.
Snake feet. So you can add 3 pounds of fur to another 3 pounds in fangs, but there's 2 fangs, and another 6 pounds in feet, but there are 2 feet, so a quantity of 2, so 3 pounds each foot. You also get your cloak back. You also find on the body of Talod, something that catches your eye is a dagger. The hilt is kind of a green jade kind of color. The blade itself is a dark red and it's veined. Can't help but catches your eye.
Does he get the pendant too?
And you get a pendant, sure. Yep. You get go ahead and add to your inventory a Cabal Slumbering Serpent pendant, or I can do it later.
All right.
Nice. Good loot.
Good loot. Yeah, I'm gonna take all of it, stuff it in I'm gonna steal one of his bag and just stuff it in there and be like, all right, I'm sure someone will enjoy these things.
Did you get any meat, Lycus?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, you can go grab
The
some
village.
hey, we gotta
And,
eat some monkey later. We've
I guess it's just like a whole leg.
Guys, nice and lean.
We are
Luna's
attacking.
tapping her watch.
Luna's having the watch. Adnor's already like gone.
We're
He's
attacking. This isn't like a Walmart.
Okay, you're right. Sorry.
What prime meat you want?
Some prime cut. I mean, there's probably like ground monkey down there, but
Snake jerky and
So,
monkey.
like, as you start
Monkey
making
check.
your climb back up,
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
does Cuthbert get him or?
or is Cuthbert getting him?
He can, absolutely. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, Cuthbert takes just a couple, like 20 seconds, and Cuthbert's back up with Lycus.
Okay.
Okay,
Cuthbert
so
probably stole part of the monkey.
there are the 5 of you in front of the entrance to the prisoner camp thing up ahead. Cuthbert is too large to fit, but Edenor, you were able to get down a ways, but you can see as you go down, it might even be hard for you to fit. So you'll need to roll some checks to squeeze through.
oh boy.
I think
Everybody
before we
else.
turn back, Cress and Edenor look at the gap closing, look at each other. Cress sizes him up, looks back, and is like, "You got that advantage I gave you. Don't forget about it."
And you're damn right. Do you think there's any grease around?
There's
No.
monkey fat.
It's not rendered.
I don't have
Unrendered
any
monkey
on
fat.
me.
What if, for now, can I take off my armor and put it like in my bag or whatever to be able
Don't.
to maneuver a bit better? Or no?
I
Takes
wouldn't.
10 minutes.
I would just do the checks.
Yeah, it
10
takes
minutes.
10 minutes.
All right, then I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I would
you can
just say-
you can squeeze. Like it may take you guys a bit longer if you fail checks and stuff, but you can squeeze through.
I'm gonna just rub some monkey
Monkey grease.
grease all over me.
That is
Okay.
just gore. Edenor, that is just gore.
That's just blood.
Okay.
It's fine. It'll help squeeze through.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
give you, for the moment, then I'm gonna give you. You can keep track of this. You get a temporary up for about an hour. You get a
Okay.
temporary +1 to intimidation, -1 to persuasion.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I like that. you just see it. It's got like the hand, just blood.
Mm-hmm.
Rest, as you
Hours.
see the hand of blood, like kind of on Ednor's face, you just have a moment, just a brief flash back to your dream, and
Oh.
you, for just a moment, you almost see Anatolian's features with the same handprints of red on his face.
Ruh-roh.
But
Cress just looks
Flash-
haunted. All of a sudden, they turn around and go
Triggering.
back. Yeah.
Well, I didn't think I'd be that scary, but fair enough.
You look fearsome, let me tell you.
Okay, so you guys going in then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pim.
Yeah.
The pendant and his ritual dagger. Is there any chance you want to maybe take a stab at looking like him?
As you handle the dagger, Lycus and Pim, you both know this is a magical dagger.
Magical dagger. Well, so how tall was he? Because I can't really get that tall.
He was tall. He was like
Yeah.
6 foot.
I'm not going to be able to pass for him.
Can you make one of us look like him?
No, unfortunately not.
That's okay.
But I'll hold on to that dagger if you don't want it.
I don't think I need it.
Snatch.
Yeah, how about it, kid?
Okay. Pim, you have a dagger. It'll take you about an hour to attune to it, or you need an hour to sit down and attune to it. But for now, you have a dagger.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't get to know what it is.
Not until you attune to it.
Okay.
You know it's magical.
Okay, I'll just
All right.
put it in my backpack then.
What's our marching orders? You guys are heading in here.
They are going to Cress will looking completely disheartened. Yeah, I think I have to send you back for a little bit, Cuthbert. I don't want to, but I think I have to.
Cuthbert kind of looks you over with one large emerald eye. And you can get a wave of unease as he kind of licks his lips, kind of nestles in, pressing his head into you. You guys, the rest of you can really tell that there is a trepidation between these two at being separated.
If it is like find familiar, do I have a sense of where I'm sending him? Is it the same place?
Yeah, it could be that place.
Okay. Sleep well, my friend. They'll kiss his nose, and as they do, he vanishes up into his face to the point where they kissed.
And as he kind of vanishes in this kind of like sprinkle of light, you see his eyes close just before the rest of his face is gone. All right,
let's go.
So it's the 5 of you. What's our marching order?
Luna, would you like to guide us through, since you know this place a little better? Or do you want me to take the front?
I'll take the lead.
I'll go right behind Luna.
I'll
Good
be
plan.
behind Ednor.
Pim, why don't you go next,
has
and
to
I'll
push
take
me.
up the rear,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay, I'm sorry. Give me that order again. So it's Luna,
Unazra,
Ednor,
Ednor,
Cress.
Pim
and then me.
like us.
Okay.
and as I'm going along, I will give like a little advice. This is how you pass by this way, because I remember everything as I go along here. Watch out for this drop here.
You have a very good memory.
Seems like it's gotten
really
better.
helping Ednor out because he can't quite see everything. Bumping his head on things.
No. All right. So, as the 5 of you trudge into this narrow cleft in the wall, right? There are, like I said, sections of it that get pretty hard for even Ednor to pass through. Ednor, roll me an acrobatics check as we get to you.
Alrighty.
Does he
Does it
still have
count
the
as
silvery
me?
barbs that I gave him?
I
For
don't think there's a
advantage?
time limit on it, so yeah, I think so.
I think it's like I don't need it.
I think
in
it's
this
just,
one.
I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
Silvery Spar
21.
specifies. Yeah,
21.
yeah, easy peasy. You're able to kind of like, you get almost stuck, and then
Shit,
you guys
watch
actually see Edinor even just take a second and just kind of like crack a piece of the stone with his grip and just kind of like push his way through. The
Easy
stone-
peasy, at the North Squeezy.
Yep. As you guys are going through, you can see, the sides of this cleft. The stones are smoothed by previous water erosion. There's dried moss that kind of crumbles underfoot, and the smell of raw earth and vegetation kind of, hits you. And as you continue going, you find that the path actually starts to kind of decline a bit. Luna, this is familiar to you, until eventually there's a temperature drop. You can't say exactly when it hit, as it was so gradual. But now, as you guys are going down, you can even find, even Pim's teeth are just clattering a little bit in the back, right? Just light ever so slightly. And then it begins to open up. And you emerge into this large cavern. Again, this cavern is so large, so spacious, that those of you with dark vision, which I believe is actually all of you, you can't quite even see the edges. It's just shadows beyond. Yeah.
As we're going in, it might be pointless, but I will turn back and try and hint at everyone to let's
be quiet.
Be as quiet as possible here. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Roll stealth checks, all of you.
Oh. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I like that when you got to roll checks, immediately you look at everyone's face to see what.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
especially
Luna,
something like stealth.
We're gonna start. Luna, what did you roll?
19.
19, not bad. Edenor, what did you roll?
Well, I originally rolled a 16, but I have disadvantage on stealth, so I got a 7 total.
Okay. Cress, what did you roll?
18 flat. I have no dex.
Pim, what did you roll?
18 with my inspiration. Haha.
Okay. And Lycus, what did you roll?
13 plus 3. That's a solid 16 or there.
Okay. Good average, though.
Could I argue by
average it?
Trying to pinpoint for Edenor where to step if he gets anything out of that?
Yeah, you're helping. That's a help, right?
That's a help.
So flatten the roll.
Take your first one.
Take your first one. What
My
was your
first one was a 16, so
yeah.
So yeah.
That gives me an 18 total.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just because I like you guys. Just because I like you. So you're confident you're going into this fairly stealthy, right? You've muffled your sound and any sort of indication of your approach as best as you can. As you enter into the space, you can see again, as Luna had kind of described, there is kind of an orange glow directly below you. There is the bluish glow of 3 cages in the back, and you can see them almost in silhouette as lightning and electricity just kind of arcs and clacks and whips around. And then you see there is a green light in the middle of the cavern, right? Just above a wide chasm. And you can see that there is a wooden bridge suspended over it that would kind of make a walkway, right? But currently, the bridge is turned sideways and raised. And upon it, you see a minotaur kneeling in chains. You see 2 figures on either side of it holding weapons at the ready. And below them, in the green glow casting over them, you see a hooded figure who is staring at the entrance, waiting. And I think that's where we're going to stop for today. As you guys enter into the cavern. I will give you the map layout, just again, so you have it.
Okay.
And Cassius is a minotaur, correct?
Wow.
Cassius is
a cat lady.
Leonin.
Leonin.
Yes.
So hey, as we said before, the oppressed is our friend.
See, there are some other UNT around here.
No racism.
And below, you see that is the figure below. Hang on, sorry, I forgot my minotaur. I didn't get a real token. I just took the roll 20 tokens for it. But that's where he's at.
And
as
the
he's
bridge,
kind of suspended there.
The bridge is like elevated and sideways.
It's elevated and sideways at the moment.
So it's not a bridge right now, really.
Not a real bridge right now. So yeah, so if I wanted to move these tokens appropriately, you can imagine them kind of standing more like this on either side of him.
Okay.
I love it when you give me something that moves on the field.
Right.
It's my favorite.
Oh man.
It's on the opposite end.
So there you go, guys.
Holy
That's what
smokes.
you're walking into. And I'll actually do this as you guys are all kind of there. I'll give you a better map reveal. As you're all now here, and you have some time to kind of study the room and just kind of take in as much as you can.
So we're here. Oh,
Yep, you're all right there.
got it. Wow. Okay. Oh, I see the ruins now. Awesome.
Okay, that's where you guys are at. So we will pick up here next time as you have a hostage situation on your hands, but they do not appear to be aware that you have entered. Find out how it goes. Sandsea Saga. Right here, Delta Cryptid. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.